So I have this tiny purse that can only fit lip glosses and mascara, but I also want to put my card in it, but I don't want anything to spill on it in case that happens. I want it to be safe. So let's make a small card holder that can fit in this tiny purse. And I'm gonna use this leftover yarn. Oh, let me untangle it. So first of all, let's measure our card. It's about 2 inches wide. Okay. So to start, we're gonna make a loop like this. Then chain 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now skip the first stitch and into the second stitch, you're gonna make 1 single crochet. And I like to leave a stitch marker in so I don't get confused. Then make 1 single crochet all the way down to the first chain. So that's 1, 2, and you should have 10 stitches. So you're gonna turn your work and make 1 single crochet in the other side in this chain backwards. So insert your hook, and I like to work over the end tail. So that's 1, 2, you don't have to work over the end tail. You can just weave in later, but I like to do that. So count your stitches. You should have 20 stitches all the way around. And you're gonna slip stitch into that first stitch that you did. And I like to mark that slip stitch because I'm not gonna chain 1. So then in the next stitch, you're gonna continue with 1 single crochet, so no chaining. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The end might be curved a little, so make sure you insert your hook in the right stitch and not just anywhere. Now slip stitch into that first stitch, like so. And when you slip stitch, you're gonna mark that slip stitch as your first. Because we're working in circle, we're not chaining. So we're not gonna work right into that slip stitch that we just did. We're gonna go into the next one and start with that as our first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, before we slip stitch, this is the end of our third round, right? So before I slip stitch, if it's a little hard for you to do it this way, you can turn your work inside out. So pinch the end like this and push it inward. Now you can see the stitches clearly. So I'm gonna slip stitch into that first stitch. You're gonna keep working in rounds like this. And you're still gonna have 20 stitches. So if you have an extra stitch when you're counting, then you might have added an extra stitch or somewhere along the way. So make sure at the end of every round you have the same number of stitches that you started with. In this case it's 20, so make sure you have 20 at the end of every round. And this is our round 4. Oops. That marker back in. So make 2 more rounds of this and I'll meet you to show you what happens next. So make 2 more rounds of 1 single crochet. Okay, so almost back at the stitch marker, so let me finish that. Okay, so after this round, we're going to make 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and make 4 single crochet. Well, skip 2 stitches and then continue with your single crochets around. So when you come back around to that chain 2 that you did, you're gonna make 2 single crochet over it like this, and then continue with your single crochets, and then continue with your single crochets. This is what it should be looking like. Okay. So before I deal with this mess, let me show. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be. So far we've done 8 rounds, so we're gonna make another 8 rounds. And I'll meet you back when you finish another 8 round of 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and I'll meet you back to show you how to finish off. So at the end of round 8, you're gonna make one single crochet, then 3 more, so 4 single crochet after that, stitch marker, so that's 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so after you made 4 from the stitch marker, you're gonna count 30, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after you chain 30, you're gonna count 20 from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So count 20 from the hook, and you're gonna make slip stitch into the chain after the 20th chain. So make slip stitch into each chain down, so you should have a total of 10 slip stitch. And once you reach the bottom, you're gonna make 4 more single crochet across. And then slip stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. Leave enough tail to weave in. This is it, guys. Weave in your end tails, and this is what your card always look like. Gonna put your card in. It's a little snug. And that's how I like it. The first time is a little bit. There we go. So your card in there, it's all covered up. And with this, you're gonna insert it back into that cover, then out through that tiny and then go over you and like this, so it's going over your card and keeping it secure in there. This is it. This is your simple card holder that you can who eat it first.